Ever wonder why most people with ADHD are night owls? Turns out 80% of people with ADHD experience dysregulation of their sleep hormones, primarily melatonin and cortisol. In fact, leading research suggests that these disruptions may be one of the root causes of ADHD and may represent a specific subtype. This has important implications for treatment because in people that experience ADHD as a circadian rhythm disorder, sleep-related interventions and therapies are more likely to be successful when compared to other subtypes of ADHD. This graphic really helped me visualize the changes that we see in melatonin and cortisol and why they lead to specific symptoms. Now, keep in mind the curves here aren't necessarily to scale, it's more of just a visual representation. The dotted lines represent hormone levels in people with ADHD, whereas the solid line represents people without ADHD. On the top, you can see that melatonin, which is the primary sleep-promoting hormone, has a delayed and lower peak in the evenings in people with ADHD. This leads to a delay in sleep onset, typically about 45 minutes in children and about 90 minutes in adults. Melatonin levels are also higher during the day when compared to the normal circadian rhythm, which can lead to increased daytime grogginess and excessive daydreaming. Then on the bottom, we see that cortisol, which is our primary awakening hormone, has a lower and delayed peak in the mornings, whenever it should be the highest to help you get up and go. This lower and delayed cortisol often leads to a symptom called sleep inertia, which essentially means it's very hard to shake off the sleepiness and get going in the morning. You can also see that cortisol levels remain low throughout the entire day, which contributes to symptoms like inattention. Research has also shown that people with ADHD often have smaller pineal glands, which is the small gland in the brain that produces our melatonin. Even the clock genes that help control production of sleep cycle-related proteins are dysregulated in people with ADHD. These genes are typically expressed in a rhythmic pattern, which then forms its own feedback loop and keeps the sleep-wake cycle consistent. Studies have shown a loss of this rhythmic expression in people with ADHD, which further supports the theory of ADHD as a primary circadian rhythm disorder, which then leads to the symptoms of ADHD. And this is why sleep-focused therapies like chronotherapy are becoming such a major cornerstone of ADHD management.